Test, test.
Good evening, everyone. It's 7 o'clock, and I want to welcome everybody to the Cottonwood Heights Business Meeting. Tonight, I've asked our Chief of Police, Robbie Russo, to give us our Pledge of Allegiance. Wonderful. Each time we have a business meeting, we like to allow for citizen comment. We give you a time period of 3 minutes to speak to us. Please don't expect the council to engage in a dialogue. We just want to hear from you during this period of time. So I have the cards up here, and we will start that citizen comment period with Runar Bowman.
Sure, thanks. I noticed that on the line that the looks like the bond proposal looks like it's going to pass. Surprisingly, it's pretty close though. I thought it'd be a little bit more of a majority, but there's some dissenting views apparently, some concerns. So I hope that we can get this project right when we do move forward with it. Which brings me to a concern I have, and that is on October 29th, there was the form-based code proposal or document that was presented. And I was just kind of reading through. It's a huge document. Didn't get very far, but I did get as far as page 11. And it's the Town Center Form District, which is the Highland District, Highland Plaza property. And it talks about being characterized by vertical mixed use, which kind of got my attention, community spaces, walkable and concentrated. Then it goes on to say it had the snapshot. And in the snapshot, it mentions that the minimum height is 2 stories. The maximum height is 4 stories, 60-foot maximum, which I found very surprising because this whole discussion we've been having and why I voted for the project because it wasn't going to go vertical. And here, I guess this is the Planning Commission that came up with this document. Here they are saying that the minimum is only 2 stories, which I thought was the maximum, 35 feet approximately. And now all of a sudden we're going to 4 stories. And I feel like I've been deceived. I think the voters are going to be deceived when they find out if in fact this is for real and that this is the intention of this project is to go to 4 stories. So I'm a little concerned. And I think the council might want to provide an explanation about if this is accurate that the Planning Commission has put forth, or if there's a lack of communication between the Planning Commission and the City Council. Because I am pretty sure that the mayor repeatedly assured us that they weren't going to go vertical. They weren't going to be another sugar house. And my worst fears look like might be coming true because this document is talking about 4 stories now. And that's not what I signed up for. I don't think that's what other people signed up for as well. So again, a clarification would be much appreciated. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Runar. Next, we have Randy Long.
Yes, I'm Randy Long. I appreciate the fact that I can take this opportunity to talk to the City Council. But I'd like to speak on this time on the preservation of the old mill. I think that, now I've said before that just because something's old does not mean it's historic. But the old mill is historic. And I think it needs to be preserved as such. It's on the National Register of Historic Places, as are several other old buildings in Mill Creek, Big and Little Cottonwood Canyons, and several around the valley as well. So, and I'm an avid hiker and camper, and several of the trails I've hiked have been just as much historic as they have been scenic. And the Big Cottonwood Trail is one of those. And the old mill is one reason for that. So again, I think it needs to be preserved. Well, pretty much the way it is. Maybe you could make it look a little bit nicer, or maybe you could even use it again for something sometime. But again, it does need preserved the way it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Randy. Next, we have Maggie Mills.
Hello. Thanks for letting me mention a few things about the library for this week. I'm Maggie Mills from the Whitmore Library. I think I forgot that part, sorry. So this Friday, the 15th, we are celebrating our 50th anniversary of the opening of the Whitmore branch. And we're starting off at 9:45 with a ribbon cutting at the main front doors on the east side. Then there's a family story time at 10:30, a magic show at 3, and other activities going on throughout the day. And we hope to see any and all of you there. Thanks.
Thank you. Looking forward to it. I hope I can make that. That looks like the end of our public comments. Were there any more public comments that were still out there? Good. So we're going to close the public comment period. And we only have a small number of action items tonight, as our 5 legislative items. We ready to move in there? Do we have anything else, Jared, that we need? Do we have any online submissions?
No, there were no online.
Anything from any other council members? Nothing? Great. I'm gonna break my record here. Wonderful. Okay, so we have 5 different action items up for consideration. The first one is consideration of ordinance 423, adopting an amended budget for July 1, 2024 through June 30th, 2025. Can I get a motion?
I'll motion to approve ordinance 423 for the amended budget.
Second that.
We have a motion from Councilwoman Highland and a second from Councilman Holton. Let's see, then we're gonna take our votes. Let's see, Councilmember Holton,
Yes.
Councilmember Highland,
Yes.
Councilmember Newell, and I say yes. Councilmember Burrell.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. Next is consideration of ordinance 424, amending section 19.72.050 of the Cottonwood Heights Code of Ordinances. We discussed this earlier in our council meeting. Can we get a motion for this action item?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve ordinance 424.
I get a second.
Second.
Wonderful. We have a motion from Councilmember Holton, a second from Councilmember Highland. And we're going to take our vote. Councilmember Burrell,
Yes.
Councilmember Newell is a yes. Councilmember Highland,
Yes.
Councilmember Holton,
Yes, sir.
and that motion passes. Okay, next. We have consideration of resolution number 2024-67, approving an agreement for planning and design services. This was discussed earlier in our meeting and explained further by our Public Works Department. Do we have any questions from the council or anyone? No questions at all.
I will make a motion to approve resolution 2024-67, approving an agreement for planning and design services. This is approving a culvert being replaced within the storm drainage system in my district in the Kings Hill Drive area.
I'll second the motion.
Wonderful. We have a motion by Councilmember Burrell and a second by Councilmember Highland. Now we'll take a vote. Councilmember Holton,
Yes.
Councilmember Highland,
Yes.
Councilmember Newell is a yes. Councilmember Burrell,
Yes.
and that motion passes. Okay. This is action item 4.4, consideration of resolution 24-2424-68, approving disposable, I can't even talk tonight, disposal of unclaimed property for former evidence.
I will motion that we approve Resolution 2024-68, approving disposal of unclaimed property or former evidence.
And I will second that.
Wonderful. We have a motion by Councilmember Burrell and a second by Councilmember Holton. Now we'll take a vote. Councilmember Newell, yes. Councilmember Burrell.
Yes.
Councilmember Holton
Yes.
and Councilmember Highland. We have a misprint on here. I need to get that corrected before we can get that fourth vote, or can we write that in? Okay. And
I would be a yes. If
yes.
That's what you're asking.
I'm gonna put you in there. I wasn't giving you a hard time or anything. It was, I'm not even gonna let you see it. Okay. Action item 4.5, consideration of resolution 2024-69, approving entry into an agreement with Salt Lake County for Tier 2 ZAP funding. This is the funding that impacts our arts and arts community and a lot of the programs that we bring to the community. So can we get a motion?
I will again motion that we approve the ZAP funding that appears in 2024-69. This is a wonderful thing for our community, and I'm so glad that it continues to be supported.
I agree. So I'll second that motion.
Wonderful. We have a motion by Councilmember Burrell and a second by Councilmember Highland. And I'll write that back in there too. Okay, Councilmember Holton,
Yes.
Councilmember Highland.
Yes.
Councilmember Newell is a yes. Councilmember Burrell.
Yes.
Yes, and thank you very much. And that brings us closer to Netflix and chilling. Next, we have item number 5.0, our consent calendar. Can I get approval for the consent calendar?
I motion to approve the consent calendar.
I'll second.
And next, we have we need to approve our minutes for the council work session and city business meeting for October 15th.
That's the
That's
same.
just the
That was the
consent calendar.
consent calendar. Okay, and then next I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion
Wait, don't we
to,
have to all vote to consent to the consent calendar?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I'm jumping the gun. All those in favor of the,
Aye.
Aye.
aye. Wonderful. And next, I need a motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn.
Great. I'm getting that
Second.
movie. I'm trying to get that movie in. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.